So, good morning, everyone. And today we are starting with chapter number 18, that is life in the desert regions. Now, first of all, we need to understand that what is a desert. So, a desert area is one which receives very less rainfall or almost no rainfall. So, that is called as a desert region. So, it is not like that desert can be hot only, desert can be cold desert also, which we have known by the name of tundra desert. Now, in this chapter, we are going to deal with two important topics, that is Sahara Desert and Ladakh Desert. So, Sahara Desert, which is located in Africa, is one of the hot desert and it is the largest desert in the whole world. So, we are going to read about the Sahara Desert and then we are going to read about the Ladakh, which is located in Jammu and Kashmir in India, and it is an example of a cold desert, okay, which is also called as a tundra desert. So we are going to read about these two, deserts. So first of all, we are going to talk about the Sahara Desert. Now, Sahara Desert is a tropical hot desert. It is tropical because it lies into the tropical zone. That is what is called as a tropical hot desert. And Ladakh is called as a temperate desert because, as you know, that the upper part of India, it lies into the temperate zone. That is why it is called as a temperate cold desert. Now, what is the location of the Sahara Desert? Now, the Sahara Deserts covers a lot of area here. In this map, you can see Algeria, Mali, Libya, Chad, Egypt, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, Western Sahara, Sudan, and Tunisia. Okay, so these are the areas which are covered by the Sahara Desert. And then in the east, you can see the Red Sea. In the north, you can see the Atlas Mountains and the Mediterranean Sea. In the west, you can see the Atlantic Ocean, the North Atlantic Ocean, South Atlantic Ocean. And in the south, you can see the Niger and the Nile Valley. So, this is the location of the Sahara Desert. The landscape is that in Sahara, you'll find many sand dunes with a lot of rocky patches wherever you find some rocky and area over there. And somewhere you will find oases also. So, there are certain areas where the groundwater has come above and they have formed the oasis, and here you can find a little bit of vegetation also. Now, the freshwater lake is Lake Chad, and the rivers Nile and Niger are the major rivers of the Sahara Desert. Moving on to after landscape, we are going to talk about the climate of the Sahara Desert. Now, the climate is extreme in summers, 55 degrees Celsius and 15 degrees Celsius in the winters. And the in desert, you will always find a very scorching hot sun over there. And here you will find, though it is near to Atlantic Ocean, in the western side you'll find the North Atlantic and west South Atlantic Ocean, but still, because they have to travel so much towards this desert, that is why this area receives very less of rainfall. That is why it is a desert area. Okay. Another thing is that you will find here local winds, which is the local dry wind, like in Rajasthan we call as a Loo. So here you will be known here the dry winds by the name of Khamsin, Sirocco, and Harmattan. Now, as we move eastward, okay, as we move eastwards in Sahara Desert, you will find, because this is the area which is a very much far away from the Atlantic Ocean. That is why this area is drier and drier, and the moisture content in the air becomes very lesser and lesser. And Libya here, Libya, which is into the extreme of the eastern side of Sahara, it is an area which receives very less of rainfall. It is a very, hot area where you can see the temperature soaring to 48 degrees Celsius. The natural vegetation over here is, xerophytic. A xerophytic vegetation is one which can adapt itself into the, the hot climate which is available over here. Only those kind of plants and trees can survive over here. So here you will find date palms, and the date palms and the sap of the date palm is actually used to make wine, and the leaves is used for the fodder. Fodder means the chara, which is for their cattle and their sheep and everything, and it is also used to make the roof of their houses. Certain trees like cactus, acacia, and baobab tree you will find over here. As far as wildlife is concerned, In the daytime especially, here you will find the animals which borrow themselves somewhere so that they can defend themselves from the hot scorching sun, and the night time only they come out to feed at night time only. You will find camel, which is known as the ship of the desert, because even after drinking for so many days, it can survive over here in this desert. Addax and antelope, you can see the photo over here. You will find over here. Jackal, hyena, snakes, and lizards, and many kind of reptiles you can see in the Sahara Desert. Life of the people. Now here the life of the people is very extremely difficult, and in Africa most of the tribal people live over here. The 50% of the population of tribal people all over the world you'll find only in Sahara Desert. So here you will find Bedouins, Berbers, and Tuaregs, who herd, their main occupation is to herd their animals like camel, sheep, horses, and goat. Okay. The animals provide them with milk, meat, and hide means skin. Their skin is which is very useful to make tents, belt, water bags, and hair, carpet and blankets. So these are the cattle rearing is their main occupation. Camels especially are used for transportation because camel can survive and they can travel a very long distance, so it is used for transportation. People generally here wear white robes, which help them to cover their whole body from the scorching heat which they receive in this area. Agriculture is very less and it is generally practiced in the oasis areas, especially near the Nile and Niger rivers. Here you can find a variety of crops like maize, millet, wheat, and barley, and fruit like figs and dates and apricot. The Sahara Desert, it also have a very good natural reserves of mineral oil and natural gas, especially in Libya, Egypt, and Algeria. Okay, so that is one of the important thing. The discovery of oil in this region has led to the migration of the tribal people to various cities so that they can lead a settled life. Okay, mining is again one of the very important occupation here over here, because as we have already talked that here it is a very good resource of natural gas and everything. Okay, now in modern times, due to transport and communication, the life of the people has changed. Airways and super highways have been made, and which actually help them in connecting the very remote areas to the main cities and towns. So now the picture of Africa is changing every day, and in the next video we are going to talk about the Ladakh region. Okay, thank you so much.